for so long been educated and conditioned to be, seekers and finders. And somehow, I've been on this path for a long time, and I've been looking for this, I've been looking for this. And then finally, found, thank you. See? But then there's, from this place of looking, all of that, the sense of the eureka is also seen. And yes, thank you, it's so good, I've finally got it, is also seen. From the place that cannot divide. It's neither a giver nor a receiver. And so for a while we must just keep confirming this. It just gets confirmed because it is natural that what you may call the ego or the identity wants to celebrate, it feels relief and so on. You see? But gradually now it will thin away. It doesn't just pop like a balloon being pinned or something. It may still continue somehow. You see? It's like the ego is fired, but it keeps showing up for work. You see? And next morning he's back at the desk. So, but I fired you, no? No, you were thinking about it. But I'm on time, everything. So we have to get used to him a bit, keep coming and going. And in some way, this subtle tension, we should not mind this, in fact. Because to mind it too much brings you back into passion. It brings back something that can be disappointed, which is not the consciousness, the pure consciousness, you see. Again, there's still some residual energy in the form, hiding a little bit. But the big job is done. The big cut is done. The thief has been caught, you see. But still, he's going to keep trying and defending and a little bit like this. And it takes a little time to just gradually because once you have found where he's drawing his power from, just the very exposing of that, you see, is already cutting the juice to that. It will live just like if you have a fan, foop, 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 you turn it off, it will still keep spinning for a while. But the juice is cut. You see? If you're cooking some dal or something, or boiling some milk, no? And you have to be watching. But if you turn it off, you still plup, 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 plup. But you can go out and have a coffee, it's okay. It's not going to boil over now because the juice is cut. And in the same way, this thing is going to keep playing to see if you want a bit of business. A bit of business today. And somehow your remembrance is bright, You say, you again? Yeah. Or you simply turn away. And gradually, it cannot live without interest from you, identity, which came because you were distracted from your state. You see? And I see a place for it. Because sometimes we feel, I've been there, done it now. Now we can cruise. Everything is fine. The rest of my life I live in a hammock. Very good. That's what I have. But there's always some tension that will stay there, that will keep exercising your spiritual muscle for discerning, to keep checking a little bit. It can there. Also with my master, somebody once asked him, Papaji, you often talk about vigilance. But for you, in your case, do you have to be vigilant? You see? And he said, to my very last breath, oh my God, all this work to do. It's not work, it's not work. It's a quiet, it's a joy. This vigilance is a joy. The mind says the work, keep on doing it. No, it's not a sweaty work. It's a joy. Just every morning you brush your teeth in the morning and evening or whatever. You say, oh, twice a day I have to do this. And a year is 365 days. No, you see, the mind will do this. Say, I have to do this so much, and how much toothpaste in 1 week, and you see, that's mind. So simply, as is needed, the inquiry, actually, it will come automatically. And how the inquiry happens is like a bodyguard to the beingness. It spontaneously comes, you see. And it is so wise in a way, the spirit, no? And that even if it can listen to lots of things, can be in the energy of lots of things speaking and moving, and it's not disturbed by it. Some voices saying, I did, and I want, and it can laugh along with it. But at some point, it will stop and say, oh, wait a second. What do you mean by I now? You see? It's not like a policeman looking for something. When you say, what I? No, it's not busy like that. It's completely relaxed in life. So it's not a person, you see. It is just a vibration. It's coming spontaneously like that. And in the same way, it knows the kind of thoughts to zoom in on. It catches them now. In the beginning, when we first start to inquire, you're discovering the power of inquiry. For a while, we experience a kind of paranoid inquiry. Like every single thing. Who did this? No? Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Relax a little bit, yeah. Who's to relax? Who's to relax? And then so gradually something just, oh gosh. Otherwise you burn yourself out. So what kind of job have you introduced me to? And gradually, rather than catching fish one by one, you throw a net over the whole thing. And you can say, you see, for whom is all of this? No. See? And quickly, it is all seen, see. So don't mind that somehow the mind comes up and says, yeah, like this. It's not a big deal. Let him have his moment. This psychological mind identity is on a countdown now. But you don't have to count. You stay in this. Just you remaining as you are, without any calculation, no assessment, will burn that. And it's a beautiful burning because mind is also an aspect of the self. You see? As soon as the consciousness somehow descended into a state of personhood, it's like mind descended with it also, to accompany what you may call this kind of soul entity, to play the part of friend and foe. We need it also to grow and to exercise your powers of discernment. And then when the job is done, everything folds up into that consciousness. So in one way it seems like it's trying to trip you up. Why? Because you're trippable. When you're no more trippable, his job is over, you see.
How can you get there?
Huh?
How can you get there?
How can you
get there? Being no more trippable.
It just happens spontaneously. You just abide as the self. Your attention just stays only as the self. As you, as I say, marinate in that contemplation, this just confirming over and over again, as you see. Whenever the mind goes out to something, like for a while, the power is there to do that. And you simply you're in a state of self-remembrance, the attention just comes to be here. Then after a while, it doesn't matter if the attention seems to go somewhere, the power of the self is such that it stays here. And when it stays with itself, attention cannot live, it cannot go. Easy. Because it's not sentient, It cannot think for itself. A thought cannot think itself. It must play for something that engages with it. And that is the idea we have of who we are. And the whole thing creates this dynamics, you see. In the awareness itself, somehow everything becomes nullified, purified in a sense. And yet this dynamic thing can still play. But now it's like a snake without its fangs, somehow. It's very different. You're not afraid. It's like you know it, you know him. But more than that, you're just yourself. He has no power in this way. The psychological kind of serpent mind can only, as I say, intimidate the idea we have of who we are. It cannot intimidate your pure self. When you're naturally self-absorbed, these powers cannot come near you at all. They have no meaning at all, nothing. You see? And when you are not busy fighting ghosts, you see, then your love can just flow. You see, your joy knows no bound. You see.
Will you say that is have complete acceptance of what it is? Is that to have complete acceptance of what it is? Whatever it is. Complete, full-hearted acceptance, not because you have to accept, but because this is what it is, it doesn't touch you.
Whatever is needed, it grows out of itself.
Thank you.
Whatever is needed is not coming from elsewhere. It sprouts out of its own self, if we want to use the term needed, which we can do for a while. You can say whatever is needed in the moment gets supplied. The self is its best self-supplier, basically. It supplies everything. So you don't have to go out, you don't have to leave your station to go somewhere something is missing. Nothing like that. It seems what I'm speaking can sound oversimplistic, even naive to the educated mind, because we're so used to techniques and asanas and trying and accomplishment, and the self is not at all caught up in that traffic. It simply is. We are. It doesn't mean, though, that the self is somehow promoting a kind of laziness. This is not in it. Nor that it's busy with activity or it is responsible. All these things, they only exist in the domain of the mind consciousness, not in the pure self. But if you keep wondering, without the sense of responsibility, of moral judgment and so on, what is life for us? Well, if you're going to sit around wondering these things, you're not going to go very far. Some impulse is driving, guiding, pulling, pushing at some point. You to just find and be that rather than learn about it. There's a time when you don't want to learn more, you don't want more experience, you just want to be. You see, grace has prepared everything for you. Then the urge is just for this. Nothing else will distract you. You see. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
One wish, one prayer, one reason I am here. One focus, one desire, the only purpose of my life. It is for you, it is for you.